What's going on YouTube? Desmond here, Ecos Arb, and I've been MIA for a minute. I apologize for that. I've been back and forth out of town working on growing Amazon stuff kind of in the background a little bit. Q4 busyness, just life. But I am here and I'm back, and we're going to do a little sourcing today. Hopefully, I can get some of y'all back into the motivation. I know a lot of people probably got a little bit of beginning of the year kind of grogginess going on right now, but I'm in the zone right now, and hopefully you will be too after watching this. So let's get started here. I'm on Walgreens.com. And looks like first thing I see up top here is we can get an extra 20% off of $50 site wide. That is awesome. We're going to keep that in mind while we're sourcing today. And usually you can stack that kind of code on top of some of these BOGOs that they got going on. So what I'm going to do, and maybe hopefully somebody out there doesn't know this and I'm learning them something, but I like to come down here to the offers. It's all the way at the bottom, and this is kind of basically their sale page. It lets you know what's going on, what brands they're selling, what's BOGO this week, what kind of deals they've got, and I usually like to kind of stick to the BOGOs to start off with. They're a really good place to find some easy, low-hanging fruit. And I'm just going to start right here. I recognize this brand, Nature's Bounty. I've seen it on a lot of people's page, so I'm just going to come up here and search Nature's Bounty. And I'm just going to start. Looks like we've got a lot of buy one, get one frees here, which is great. I'm just going to open one of these and add it to my cart right quick and double check that we can stack this Jan 20 code on. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to, but I'd like to verify that right quick before we get too deep on this. So let's go Jan 20. Sweet. Looks like we can. Awesome. That's good to know. So let's find some wins here. And I guess we could probably start right here with this one since we've already got them in our cart. Let's see. I like highlighting and doing a seller amp search. You could also just click your little extension up here up top. That's usually pretty good about finding it. I just pretty used to highlighting stuff at this point. Let's see. Amazon's on that one. We've got a no buy box here. It's 80 pack. Really good rank. Let's look at this one. That might actually work. Okay, wow. Item removed. No longer available for purchase. Okay. We'll click back out of that. Let's see if we can find another one here. Here's a 220 count. Not what we're looking for. 230. Here's an 80 count. Really high rank, and it's suppressed. I usually don't like those two in combination. There's not a lot wrong with a suppressed buy box. You can still do very well on some of those listings, but typically you want it to be a pretty high volume listing, and this is definitely not. You can see this definitely doesn't sell very well, so let's keep moving on that. Don't really see another really high rank. 230. I don't really see a lot here, so let's keep moving on this one. And honestly, when I'm sourcing like this, you could come through here and manually click on each one of these, which is can provide some very good results sometimes. But what I like to do is let's open another one of these up right quick. I like to highlight the brand, and what I'll do is I have an extension called Search on Amazon, and it's completely free. You look it up in the Google Chrome store, and basically it just takes whatever you highlight and it searches it directly on Amazon. And that's really become one of my kind of favorite methods of looking through brands and stuff. It gives you a really quick outlook. You could also pop this brand into Keepa and get a good idea. I could do that too. That might be a little faster because then you could filter stuff down to really only see what you want. But I like searching it on just Amazon.com, the regular storefront here, and getting a good look. You can see I have this DS, I think it's called DS Amazon Quick View. Let's see. Let me double check on that. Yeah, so DS Amazon Quick View here, which is also another free one. I think they have a paid version, but I'll just use the free. And that gives you this little box down here, which is really cool. It doesn't show me the Keepa. You have to have the premium for that, but I don't really use it for Keepa, so it's not a big deal. I just like to look at the sellers here, so you can see a lot of these have Amazon on them. But a lot of them also have FBA offers and more than one, which is something I like to look for. But I'll usually scroll through and see if I can find one with either a lot of FBA sellers, something like this, or I really try to find stuff that doesn't have Amazon on it and quite a few FBA sellers. So something like these two, looks like there's Amazon's not on it. We've got quite a few FBA sellers, and it actually looks like I can get the regular Keepa to pop up using my Keepa. But let's open a couple of these up and see if we can't find these back on Walgreens.com. This is suppressed, but it looks like it's got some pretty good volume, so that's not as big of a deal. It looks like we had a really big rise in sellers here recently, which probably why it's suppressed. Also caused the price to drop quite a bit. So I'm guessing it might not be as profitable anymore. So let's see, hair, skin, and nails. Let's try. I wonder if we can. Yeah, so let's just filter to only the hair, skin, and nails. And we're looking for soft gels in a 250 pack. See if we can find that. Okay, maybe not. All right, so we're not going to find that one. Let's try this one here. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find this one. Looks like I've already got a cost punched in. I might have looked at this before. Let's see, Nature's Bounty. We're just going to copy and paste this right over to Walgreens. That's going to be it right there, I believe. It actually might be cheaper to buy in this 2-pack. So let's look at that. I think it is. Oh, it's out of stock and shipping unavailable. Yeah, so it looks like people probably already got to this. But had it been in stock, looks like it might be available for pickup at some places. I just got California typed in. But let's see if it would have been profitable. So we're at $31.99 here for a 2-pack. Let's do $31.99. We're getting buy one get one free, which is essentially a 50% discount. So $31.99 times 0.5. And then we're also getting a extra 20% off of this. So we're going to multiply that by 0.8. Brings us to $12.79 per unit. But this is a 2-pack. So we're going to, and it looks like our ASIN is actually a 3-pack. So what we're going to do here is we're going to divide this by 2. And that's going to give us our per bottle price, which is going to be $6.39. Looks like we need to multiply that by 3, and we're coming up with $19.17 on our cost here. Wow, buy box in at $62. Let me double check, make sure this is a match. That seems like that's crazy numbers right here. 120 pack, 1200 milligrams. Where were we? Here we go. 1200 milligrams, 120 pack. So yeah, this looks like a match to me. So no wonder it's out of stock. That's a killer deal, and looks like the price is coming up. So looking at this, I would say we're probably going to see a pretty big influx in sellers here in the next couple weeks. I'm guessing they probably did the same sale last year, and that's kind of what resulted in this. And it looks like it tanked pretty quickly. So that's something to kind of be on the lookout when you're sourcing, is look for these big spikes like this, because you can see even on a product like this, it's got a little bit of volume. When it gets that really big spike, and a lot of sellers just start freaking out, and all it takes is one person to start dropping their price, and everybody will follow. But looks like right now it's super profitable, so that probably would have been a good find. Something like this I would buy, just looking at this Keepa, I would buy in pretty small quantities and just try to get a quick flip out of it. Maybe buy 10 of these, you're making $25 profit. I would assume that price is probably going to start dropping pretty quickly when people get checked in. But even if we come back to, I mean, even if we come all the way down to 40, we're still making almost $7 and 35%. So if you could kind of ride that down from the 60 mark, and there's some really good profit to be had right there. Yeah, it looks like I looked at this a couple times. I don't have any links saved, but so sweet. We're gonna call that unfortunately out of stock, but let's see, just out of curiosity, if I can. Obviously, it would have been cheaper in a 2-pack, but let's see if we can get it in the single pack. At least still be able to get it. And you have to be a little more careful because you know your competition got it cheaper. But let's do some math here. We're at $21.99. This is definitely the same product. No, it's not. This is plus 1,000 IU vitamin D. And I think we were looking for, okay, no, that's the same, 1,000 IU. They just worded it a little different here. And that's something to note when you're doing supplements or anything with ingredients is you need to make sure that what your source is, what you're buying to resell, is a 100% match with this kind of stuff. Because I've seen where manufacturers make a small change and they may change this to 30 micrograms or whatever, but if it's not a match, it's not worth the risk. Not for me. But this is a match. They just worded it a little differently. So let's see, we're at $21.99 here, getting a 50% discount with the BOGO, and then also getting an additional 20% on top of that. Multiply that by 3 for the 3-pack. So we're at $26. Still going to be profitable, but you can see we would have got it for just under the 20 range, and now we're paying $6 extra a unit here, which is still profitable right now. But you got to think about things like that when your competition, if this is the 2-pack sold out, so obviously some people found it. So if you bought it in a single like this, you would definitely want to be a lot more aggressive with your repricing. I would buy in smaller quantities and kind of get in, get out type of thing, and ride this thing down, because it's going to see a drop. It's too easy to find. This is really good stuff to kind of start from, but it's really easy to find. You can see what are we, 5-10 minutes in? Yeah, 12 minutes in, we've already found a product that we're making $16 a unit on. So it's really low hanging fruit. So just be careful buying this stuff in big quantities, even if you're able. And I think Walgreens is going to limit you to 12 on most stuff, but they're pretty good about doing multiple orders. So cool. We're going to call that a win, but let's keep looking and see if we can't find a couple more things here. And probably the better thing to do in this situation would be to start going through some of these sellers, find a couple of sellers on here. Looks like a lot of these are kind of newer sellers, but that one might be a good one to go through. I tend to look for people with somewhere between 10 and a couple hundred reviews seem to be a sweet spot for me, reverse sourcing people. But this would be a good time to kind of click on somebody's page here. Let's pick on this guy right quick. If this is you, I apologize. But let's see if they've got any other. Yeah, so what I like to do here is I'll just click on that same brand and see what other products they have. Let's say this guy's only got one, but let's check it out right quick and see if we can't show you how to reverse source when you're sourcing a sale like this. And we're looking for Nature's Bounty Magnesium. I'm assuming that's probably going to be on BOGO as well. Let's see, 500 milligrams. I think that's going to be a match. We're looking for a, 200 pack. Well, let's close some of this stuff out so I don't forget where I'm at. Yeah, 200 count, 500 milligrams. We need to get it for $8. This is a single pack. and it looks like they're $18.99, so that's going to be kind of close. Let's go $18.99 here, and these were buy one get one free as well. So let's do our 50% times 0.5 here. Takes us to $9.49, but we're getting that extra 20% on top, which is going to take us to $7.59, well within our range here. It's actually buy boxing a little higher than Seller Amps got me, so let's punch that in. So we're looking at about $6.50 profit, 85%. Another really good find. Let's take a look at the Keepa. This Keepa looks a lot better than that other one, in my opinion. Just a little more stable price-wise. It looks like it goes through some big fluctuations, and actually this is a pretty new product. I'm looking at that now. It's only 81 days old, so might be one to just kind of watch, buying maybe some small quantities and test it out. Generally speaking, I like to look at stuff that's got a lot more data than this. It's only 81 days, which is less than 3 months. And it just it can be more risky when you don't have that historical data to look at. But pretty good buy box rotation here. Looks like some people definitely been selling through and maybe even replenishing this product, so it could be a good one to watch out for. But yeah, that's the basics of how you reverse source somebody when you're looking at a sale. So unfortunately, that was the only other product this person had. It looks like they've got some Nature's Truth stuff, which I'm pretty sure is also on sale right now at Walgreens, so you could probably check out some of them things. So let's look at one of these right quick, just to see if we could find it. Close out a couple of these tabs here. Nature's Truth Calcium 1200. Let's punch that in. Nature's. All right, that looks like it's probably going to be a match. 5,000 of D3. Yep. So we're good to go here. We're $14.99. Looks like this one's out of stock as well, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be a win. Actually, it might not be that. That's only buy boxing at 15. Let's try it out. I don't think we're going to quite make it there. 50% discount, adding that 20% on top, we're at $6. So it looks like we can get about 30% on this, but our profit's pretty low on this one. So it looks like it recently tanked, so that's probably why it was buy boxing in the 20 to 23 range. So at $20 here, we'd probably be fine. Yeah, but it's like it had a big influx of sellers recently, and that price started coming down pretty quick. So let's look at this other listing right quick, and then we'll go back to Walgreens. Magnesium oxide. I'll copy that over and replace that. Also out of stock here, so this guy's probably ahead of the curve, which is awesome. Good for him. We would have been at $9.99, which probably, okay, this is a 2-pack, so yeah, that's going to be profitable. $9.99. We're getting a 50% discount here. Also stacking that 20% on top. Looks like this is a 2-pack, so we're multiplying that by 2. We'd be in at about $8. It's actually buy boxing a little higher than Seller Amps got me, so looking at almost $6 profit, maybe 5 3/4. A little over 70%. Pretty stable here recently. Looks like we're looking at also another big influx of sellers coming, so I'm guessing this price is probably not going to hold for too long. This will make a really good quick flip, but the good thing about stuff like this is it's sold out. So even though a lot of people bought it, it's not one of those products that people can continue buying. So you could probably make a good quick flip out of this one. But definitely, you can kind of see the pattern on all of this stuff is anytime there's a sale, you're going to see an influx of sellers. You're going to, your price is going to start dropping. So you need to account for that and make sure you reprice pretty aggressively. And it's also important to get your products in and out Walgreens is usually pretty fast on their shipping, but it's super important to get your products in and out. When you get them, they need to be on the way to Amazon or Merchant Fulfill. I haven't looked at the buy box on these. It looks like a couple Merchant Fulfilled offers are getting the buy box, so that could be a good option too to quick flip stuff like this before the tank kind of happens. But that's just really just because this is all super low hanging fruit. You can see how easy. I mean, we're 20 minutes in and we've already found 3 or 4 that are pretty profitable. So when these sales are going on like this, these easy ones, you got to keep that in mind when you're sourcing. And Walgreens is a very big retailer. They advertise their stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that know the sales cycle and know when to shop. And those are the people that are getting stuff like this before it sells out. So let's do a couple more. Let's switch over to Nature's Truth here and see if we can't find a couple of these right quick, and then we'll probably call it quits. Let's just start right here at the beginning. See if we can find this one. Just search on Seller Amp here. See what we can find. Looks like we need to be at $5 here. This is probably going to be a win as long as it's a single pack. Really good rank. 1,200 milligrams. This is a 200 pack, so we're looking at the 60 here, so that's not going to work. 180. Maybe we need to punch in. I thought we had. Okay, here we go. 60 count. I don't see it. 1,200 milligrams, 60 pack. That looks like maybe some old packaging. It's also suppressed and really high rank, so we're going to skip it. Alright, don't see anything there. Let's go. What's interesting here is this one doesn't have the buy one get one free, and I kind of like to look at stuff like this because people that are shopping this sale are probably going to skip it because it's not buy one get one free. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's not profitable. That just means it's going to cost a little more than these other products. So let's look at it right quick because we can still get our 20%. See if we can't find this one here. So I think that's going to be it. Let's see. It's a 9. That's a 90 pack. Here's a 60 pack. Looks like Amazon's on it. We need to be at $5 to make that work. 2-pack, Merchant Fulfilled at 36. That would probably be close to profitable, but it's really high rank. So let's keep moving on out. Let's see if we can't find something good. And when you do this enough, you can sometimes you can get an eye for things that just seem to do well. You see stuff pop up over and over. And it's also good. A lot of people don't take the time to do this, but since you're shopping the sale, I take the time to go through this out of stock stuff because it's out of stock for a reason. Because people are buying it. So even if you're not able to purchase it this go around, if you take the time now to go through these listings and see which ones are profitable and make you a list up, next time, when Walgreens sends you an email and says, hey, this brand is on buy one, get one, you've already got your buy list, basically. And all you have to do is go back through those products and see which ones are in stock and which ones are still profitable. So you're that much ahead of the game. So take the time to do stuff now. Don't hesitate on that kind of stuff. Go ahead and do it because you got nothing to lose right now. It's out of stock. Sometimes I have like I do a lot of kind of, I don't know what to call it, maybe virtual testing where I'll just give myself $1,000 of play money, not real, just $1,000 of money, spend it, log everything down in a sheet, how many units I would have bought, what the cost was, what my target price was, and just see how it plays out. See, you can't really get a good gauge on your estimated sales doing that, but it's a good way to practice your sourcing because you can see how products responded to a sale. So you can check back on it in a week and see, did the price stay the same? Did it go up? Did it tank? So it's a good way to play around and kind of sharpen your sourcing skills and really get that eye for stuff that's going to do well, even if you don't have the capital to play with. And it's also a lot safer because you're not, if I put things like that on my, virtual sheet and they all tank, I haven't lost anything. It's a really good way to kind of just hone your skills in and not lose any money because it's really easy to do. It honestly is when you're starting out, especially a lot of people over leverage their credit and don't really do the research on stuff, and you can lose a lot of money really quick. I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but just do your research on your products. Anyways, let's try to find a couple more here. Maybe we can get at least one more. Let's see. I'll do a SellerAmp search on this one. It's kind of cheap, $9. We're getting 50% off that, and then an additional 25. We got suppressed here. It's like $14, about where we're going to be. This one's probably going to be close. It's got a pretty good rank, but it is suppressed. Let's see. It looks like the brand was on this one, so I'm probably going to avoid this. But it looks like as soon as the brand, I guess, ran out of stock or came off of this, you can see the offers just started dropping out. So this product's still selling, even though the brand's not on it. I typically avoid stuff that the brand's on, but you don't always have to. I don't see any very clear signs of IP on this, especially as many sellers as was on it. So you'd probably be pretty safe here. But let's see, just out of curiosity, would we be profitable? So we're $9.99. Buy one get one, and then also 20% on top of that. This is a single pack, 120 count, 120, 65 milligrams, and 325. So that looks like a match to me. You'd be out at $4 on this after your discounts. So that would be profitable. It looks like it's selling pretty well. Let's double check our offers here and see how many units people are actually selling. This one's a little more risky because the brand was on it, so they can come back at any time. And it looks like the people that are on it are being smart about it. There's a lot of merchant fulfilled offers, which is good because not only can you turn around your products quicker, it also, it doesn't matter as much on a suppressed listing because you don't have to deal with the buy box rotating. And also, if the brand comes back in, you don't have products stuck at Amazon. So when you're playing risky like this, that's probably the smartest move you can make is merchant fulfill. But it looks like our lowest merchant fulfilled offer is $13.50, so we're probably going to have to be somewhere in that 13 range to get a sale here. So let's change that and let's swap to FBM here. This is a really light product. Yeah, 2 ounces. You can stick this in a bubble mailer and get it out for probably $4.50. So a little low on our profit here, just under $3, but the ROI looks really good on that, 75%. And if you could sell 10 or 20 of these in a couple days, you just made 30, $50. It looks like people have been selling through pretty quickly. This guy had 50 about a week and a half ago. He's down to somewhere in the 30s. So yeah, another quick flip opportunity, a little more risky since the brand was on this for a really long time and just recently fell off. But if you merchant fulfill it, get in, get out, make a quick sale, make some money, keep moving. There's tons of these types of products, and it just depends on what your business model is. A lot of good quick flip opportunities, especially on this kind of sale. Let's look this one up here, and then we'll probably call it a day. Let's do a seller amp search. This one's out of stock, so I'm guessing it was probably profitable. 1,000 milligrams and 100 pack. That's it right here. Also suppressed. But looks like it has a pretty good rank. Let's double check that it's selling. It'll be $14.99 here, so that's probably going to be pretty close. $14.99. Get our buy one get one, and then we're also getting an extra 20% on top of that. Is this a single pack? I guess so. It doesn't say anything about being a multi-pack. Yeah, same thing here. The brand was on it. Looks like they recently fell off just like a week ago. But as soon as they fell off, these people are selling through very, very quickly. Same thing here. That's probably why this buy box got suppressed. But currently at 21 bucks for an $8 profit FBA. Let's flip that to Merchant Fulfilled. I'm guessing this one's pretty light too. Yeah, less than an ounce. So we'd be out the door at $4.50 on this one too for an $8 profit. Now that's a really good quick flip opportunity. A little bit more risky just because the brand's been on it forever. It recently fell off, but I don't see any signs of IP on this. I don't see any hard drops in the seller count. This could be just an opportunity where the brand just ran out of stock, and you can get you a couple units sold really quick, make some good money, and keep moving. So it looks like this guy had 21 about a week and a half ago, and he's almost sold through. So it's selling pretty quick. Let's see what our historical. Let's go Merchant Fulfilled only. Actually, let's do FBA and Merchant only. See if anybody had some FBA units in. So this guy sold a few. This guy sold through. Okay, that's the brand. I was going to say that's a lot of stock. And a lot of people kind of would question, well, if the brand was selling this at $7 or $12, why would anybody buy it at 21? Trust me, there's plenty of people out there that would. And just to prove it, let's see if this guy. Yeah, I mean this is the guy we were looking at earlier. He sold through over 20 units in a couple weeks, and looks like he figured out that he could raise his price. So good for him. He went up to 17 and followed it all the way up to 22 bucks. So that goes to show it is worth it to keep an eye on your products, and when you see an opportunity to squeeze some extra profit out, take it. Because if this guy hadn't been paying attention and would have kept his stuff at 17 bucks, he probably would have sold out faster. But he's selling plenty right now at 21. I mean, that's $21.50. Really, that's almost $5 extra profit a unit. So you got to keep an eye on stuff like that and capitalize on those opportunities that pop up, because they do a lot of times. But anyways, that's all I got for you right now. Go source this sale if you're got that New Year grogginess or don't have the mood on. There's a lot of good deals going on right now. I've noticed. I'm not sure if it's just retailers trying to get ahead for Q1 or what, but there's a lot of good stuff going on right now. So get out there and do some sourcing and find what you can. And there's a lot going on. But anyways, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Again, this is Desmond with Ecoast Arb. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty. I've been kind of MIA on there too, but I'll try to be relatively active. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to reach out on here or Instagram, either one. I'd like to connect with some other people similar minded and work together, and everybody wins. So thank you and have a good rest of your day.